everyone. I'm doing this. If I end up glancing down like that, my apologies. I'm doing this from my iPhone, and it's weird because you have to talk into the lens, but you can't actually see yourself. But I'm doing this. So, hi everyone. I have been feeling this need for a while to record this video. It's kind of been on my heart to do it, and I feel like I don't know, it's been too long and I need to do it now. So I had 3 dreams. The first one I had last year around October, November, and it's strange because I actually forgot about this dream, but at the same time I remembered it because I had it at least like 2 or 3 times, the same exact dream. And what happened was I had been watching other individuals in their rapture dreams on YouTube, and I kind of like had this moment. I thought to myself, I was like, God, it'd be such a blessing to, receive a dream like that, to have like that validation. And I just remember like this feeling of like this thought of like just someone saying like remember, and then I remembered the dream. And then in that moment I was thinking about the dream, and I was like, I never really thought about it like that. But at the same time I was like, how did I forget it? But at the same time I didn't. It was, I don't know how to explain it, but in the dream I don't know all the details anymore. I just know that the earliest I can remember is I was in a building, and other people were in the building with me, and we heard something, and so we went outside. And I remember I wasn't like out in the field. I felt like I was downtown, because I live in Grand Rapids, so I felt like it was in like my downtown Grand Rapids, but not in like Chicago. Not like the buildings weren't that big, but they were tall enough that I couldn't see the sky, and I felt the need to have to look and see the sky, like look up in the sky and see what I heard. And so I was walking from the building I was in and trying to get to an opening where like there were no buildings. I could see a clear image of the sky. And as I walked to this corner, I instantly was on a beach, and I wasn't the only person on the beach. There were thousands and like millions of people on this beach, and we're just looking around and we're wondering what's going on. And I look across the water and I see Jesus, and I started like freaking out, but like in a happy way. I was like, oh my goodness, like it's Jesus here. I was like, this is what he's coming to get us. Like this is what this is. Like, I was just so excited. And so I just so happened to be there with my husband and my sister, and I remember I grabbed their wrists and I just start running, like trying to pull them with me, and they wouldn't let me pull them. They like pulled their arms away, and I was like, what are you doing? I was like, come on. I was like, oh, I skipped a part. I'm so sorry. Cut. I'm not good at this. This is my very first video, but I'm sorry. Let me step back for a second. So I see Jesus, and he says, he's out on the water, and he says to us, come to me. And that's when I grab the wrist of my husband, my sister, and I start pulling them like, come on, let's go. Jesus calling us. And they pull their arms away from me, and they're like, no, like he's on the water. We can't get that far. We're gonna drown. Like, we're not going out there. Like, what's wrong with you? Type of thing. Like, that's not safe. And I was like, but it's Jesus, and he's saying to come. And I'm like, are you it was just blowing my mind. I was like, this is not happening right now. And so I just turned around and I just started running, because all I could think to myself was either I'm either going to run across, I'm going to swim across, or I'm going to drown across. But either way, I'm getting to Jesus because he called me and I'm going. And I just kept my eyes on him, and I was just running. And before I knew it, when my feet hit the water, they did not sink. I wasn't walking across water. I was running across the water. And when I got before him, I just got on my knees, and I remember I just cried because I was so happy. And I was just felt so overwhelmed. And Jesus, I couldn't see his face. He was like a light. And I couldn't see like his arms or anything, and they were like light. And then what he was wearing was a robe, but it was like light too. It was like a white light robe. I don't know how to explain it. It was like a robe, and it was white, but it was light. And he was light, but they were separate. I don't know how to explain it. But so I wasn't the only one who ran across the water. Other people ran across too, but not that many of us ran across. There was a lot of people still on the shore, is that right? Shore? I don't know. Shore, on the land, still on the beach. And when they saw that we made it across, they then decided they were gonna run across too. But when their feet hit the water, they just started sinking. And when they tried swimming across, they couldn't swim across. They couldn't get to Jesus, and it was just chaos. It was just people, so many people in the water. It was just chaos. And I woke up, and after, like, once I remembered this dream again, in this moment, I was thinking to myself, what is this teaching me? Like, what is this dream trying to tell me? And to me personally, I felt like the dream was teaching me about faith. And because 3 things about faith. So the first part being when I grabbed my husband, my sister's wrist, and I was trying to pull them with me, I feel like I was being taught, like, my faith can only save me. My faith cannot save my husband. It can't save my sister. It can't save my mom or my friend or my neighbor. My faith can only save me. My faith is something personal that I've built with God. And, everyone else has to build their own bridge of faith with God. So I feel like that was one of the lessons that I was taught. The other one I felt like I was taught is when God called for me to come. When Jesus called for me to come, and I ran to him. I feel like, and I didn't doubt. I just knew I had to go because he called me. So I didn't doubt. I just went. And I feel like that was a lesson of, God's not gonna have you do something that he knows you can't fulfill. He's not gonna task you with something that you can't do. The only person who's gonna prevent you from doing it is you. But God knows you can do it, but you have to have the faith to do it. So I feel like that was one of the lessons I was being taught as well. And then the third one I felt like I was being taught was when we got across the water, and then the others saw that we made it, and then they too were like, okay, they made it across, we'll go now. I felt like it was a lesson that you can't, like, you have to have faith. You can't be like, oh, I might give God and faith a try, but first I'm gonna see what happens with this situation, or first I'm waiting for this miracle to happen, or first I want to witness this or witness that. So these people witnessed us running across the water to Jesus, and so they thought, oh, okay, they did it, okay, now I'll do it. But what got us across was our faith. And I feel like it was just teaching me that you have to have faith first. You can't just expect things to happen or wait for things to happen. Waiting is not an option. I'm not sure if I'm wording this right. I might go back and be like, oh my goodness, what was Trinita, but I'm trying. So that was dream number 1, and I might cut the video here now and just link it to the next one because I don't want this to be too long.